Jenny, what happened?
I followed your plan to the letter. I did exactly as you told me to. Until I could not keep up the charade any longer.
Oh, no.
Clint, I told you I am not an actress. Randolph was so kind and so genuinely pleased to see me. I simply could not bear to see him be the victim of cruel deception.
Oh, heck, Fire. It was for his own good.
Buddy, I had to tell him the truth.
Well, just how much of the truth did you have to tell him, Jenny?
Honey, don't.
Well, I'm sorry, but there are lives at stake here. Yours, for one, and our children, our grandchildren.
If my descendants must depend upon a lie to be born, then perhaps it is just as well that they never see the light of day.
Jenny, I'm trying to be very patient here with your sense of honor, but there are some things that matter even more.
Not to me. And that is why I had to tell Randolph that he had been tricked into coming to Buchanan City. Believe me, I was far too embarrassed to tell him the reason. But it would not change the way he feels about me.
What did he say, Jenny?
I ran out of the saloon before he could get me to confess the whole dreadful business. And I shall continue running until I have left this town behind me forever.
You'll do no such thing.
I cannot stay and perpetuate a lie.
Then just stay where you are with your virtue intact and let somebody else finish what you started.
What are you doing?
I'll let you know when it's over. Meanwhile, don't let Miss Fletcher out of your sight. I'm gonna have a few words with Mr. Randolph Lord.
Me too. Wait, Buddy. Buddy?
Sharon.
Randy, sorry about your breakfast. I thought you and Miss Jenny were getting along.
We were, until she ran out on me. Maybe you could tell me why.
I'm just a simple lawman. I can track a horse thief across the desert and back, but you know as much as I do about women folk.
She told me I was tricked into coming back to this town.
Did she? I wonder what she meant by that.
What indeed? Who wanted me back in Buchanan City so badly that they had me tossed in your jail?
Mr. Lord, I already explained that. You owed the hotel one unpaid bill.
That's enough, sir. I've suffered enough humiliation to last me a lifetime. You know I was framed, and you know why.
I best be heading back to the calaboose.
I abhor violence, but in your case, I'll make an exception. Now, why did Miss Fletcher run out on me before she could tell me what had happened?
Now, look, friend, I told you all I know. Now, leave off.
It ain't no big mystery, mister.
Billy, stay out of this.
Jesse, everybody knows Miss Jenny almost got hitched to Clint Buchanan.
Virginia was engaged to Buchanan?
They was at the altar when in walks his wife.
His wife?
Yes, sir. Old Clint leaves Miss Jenny standing there while he goes off with his missus.
My God. You mean he had the audacity? He had the audacity to propose marriage to Miss Fletcher when he was already married?
He wouldn't be the first, Mr. Lord.
Well, I hope why didn't you arrest him for attempted bigamy?
There ain't no such law in the books.
Well, there ought to be. A sensitive, loving soul like Virginia Fletcher, any man who hurts her ought to be horsewhipped.
Mr. Lord, happy to see you. We have to talk.
Talk. I have one thing to say to the likes of you. Choose your weapon.
How's that?
Don't add cowardice to your other offenses. Your weapon, sir. A woman's honor is at stake, and I mean to make you pay the price.
Clint, I think he challenged you to a duel.
Right on time. Somehow I knew you wouldn't disappoint me.
No, you're every bit as sleazy as I thought you were.
Now, is that any way for you to talk to your newest partner? Let's have a case.
You satisfied now?
Not so fast. Hey, you brought me cash. But, there's not much more than 100 grand here. Where's the rest?
don't be greedy, George. There's more money in that case than you'll ever see for the rest of your life.
I told you 200,000.
And I told you I need more time. Now, if you're gonna rush me like this, you've got to take whatever money I can get.
You're playing with fire, boy. You know that.
Really? I'm not the only one. If I was you, I'd take whatever money's in that case and I'd get out of the country. Because Steve Holden can put you away for a long, long time.
He's in a coma. Or ain't you heard?
Comas come and go. Or ain't you heard? If he fingers you for the guy that attacked him, they're gonna nail your hide to the wall.
It'll take a lot more than that to scare me. And I know for a fact that you can get your hands on more cash. I can just take this much and wait until you get the rest.
You can wait till hell freezes over. I'm tired of playing this blackmail game. Now, this is payday for you, George. You either take it or leave it.
You got your nerve, I'll give you that.
You don't like the terms? Fine, fine. I'll just take this back and you do your worst.
Hold your horses. I told you I ain't looking to get rich. I just need a stake to get away free.
So, is this your way of telling me that we got a deal?
I can live with it.
Fine. Give me the photos. Okay. I want the copies, I want any other photos, and the negatives, too.
Your epistle. Pleasure doing business with you, Bo.
You really made my day, too. The only thing that's gonna make me happier is to see you get out of this country.
Well, don't you worry. I got my bag packed and my ticket ready. I'll be on my way. Just after I make one more stop.
Oh, now, honey, you just dry your eyes. It ain't the end of the world.
According to Clint, it is. I am sorry, Victoria. I apologize to you. I tried very hard to follow the plan, but I could not. I could not.
Shh, don't blame yourself now. Blaze is right. The situation may not be hopeless. You just have to have a little faith, honey. Clint said he'd handle Randolph, and his word's good enough for me.
There are some things that even Clint Buchanan cannot undo.
I wouldn't be too sure about that. As you must know by now, my husband can be a very persuasive man.
Well, in that case, he will be an irresistible force up against an immovable object. Randolph will not understand, and he will never forgive.
Jenny, sometimes you make me glad I wasn't born a lady.
Blaze.
Well, it's true. I mean it. I mean, I've learned how to talk a little nicer and dress a little better, and hold my tea with my pinky up. But I'll tell you, I still know how to claw and scratch for what I want.
Blaze, we are different people.
My granny used to say all cats are gray at night. Now, if you'd let your claws show sometimes, maybe you'd save us a whole lot of trouble. Why don't you just ask Randolph to marry you?
What? You want me to propose to him? Well, but that's
Improper. Well, I know. Maybe the only proper thing is the improper thing to do.
Miss Blaze.
Yes, honey, what is it?
No time to explain. Y'all come to the saloon real quick. There's lots of trouble, and Clint's in it up to his neck.
Oh, my.
Mr. Lord, we have nothing to fight about.
You called Jenny's honor nothing? You're a bigger scoundrel than I thought.
Now, hold on. If you'll just listen...
That's enough words. Your weapons, sir. Well, if you won't choose them, I'll do it for you. Defend yourself.
Okay, put those guns away.
Stand back, Sheriff. Your brand of justice calls for moral imperative.
Oh, will you knock off his talk about morality? Mr. Lord, you're just plain jealous about me and Jenny, and you don't have any reason to be.
I'll have mine honor. Mine and Miss Fletcher's.
Sheriff, will you try and explain to this fellow just how ridiculous this idea is of dueling with pistols?
Sure is. If you have to fight it out, do it the right way.
You're joking.
Sheriff, at last you prove your mettle to me. It's done. We'll settle this issue with swords. In a fight to the death.
Clint, are you all right?
I'm fine, but you better step back.
Randolph, no.
Jenny, stay back. This is mortal combat. Man against man. Honor against dishonor.